Just like the street lights lit this town, like a fire in a blaze, gotta burn it down. Can't be afraid to leave this out. We got this far, don't know how. I see danger in your eyes. They know we'll burn down the night. Coming just like the sunrise. You know that we're gonna let it rain tonight. We're gonna let it rain tonight. We're gonna let it just like the sunrise. We're gonna let it rain. Just like a spark that's breaking out. Can't make a stop, can't turn back now. We know that there's no room for doubt. No, we can't turn back now. I see danger in your eyes. They know we'll burn down the night. Only just like the sunrise. You know that we're gonna let it rain tonight. We're gonna let it rain tonight. We're gonna let it just like the sunrise. We're gonna let it rain.
Hey everybody, welcome in, welcome in. It's a day live. It is a day live today. And it's Friday. How about that? Welcome in everybody. Hopefully you guys are having a great Friday. Hopefully you guys have some awesome weekend plans. And if you do, drop them in the comments. Let me know. If you're watching on a replay, drop it in the comment section and let me know what you guys are going to be up to this weekend. If you have something awesome planned or if you're just going to be sitting at home, let me know either way. I don't know what I'll be doing. It's up in the air. It's always up in the air, but welcome in everyone. It's good to see everybody. It's good to see everyone. Welcome on in. Let me go up here a little bit. So I don't know if you guys have got to see it, but the Amazon, I guess is the Prime Video, Amazon Prime Video. I don't know. I just know I have it. But so Prime Video came out with the docuseries. They have the first episode is out. So I went ahead, I recorded it this morning. I just got done recording it and I'm going to put it up as soon as the live's over on our Patreon. So I was going to talk to you a little bit about it because it was pretty interesting. It was actually really interesting. I'll put the link in the chat as I'm talking, maybe if I can. Is it not going to let me? Okay, that's really weird. It's not letting me even post in the chat. Okay, that works. But I can't post a link. There we go. Wow, that was weird. It wouldn't let me do it. I'm just going to post these really quick, but thank you all for being here today. I do appreciate it. We're going to go over a little bit of what was on the docuseries because I thought it was really interesting and I want to tell you guys a little bit about it. And the link in the chat is for the Patreon. If you would like to join our Patreon, we do have one now. We have 2 Idaho documentaries on there so far that just came out like within the last week. So it's pretty awesome. So if you don't have Amazon Prime, you can always go over to our Patreon. Didn't you say I think you went over there. You're already on our Patreon, Mary Beth. It'll be over there for you to have it, to watch it. So just wait till after the live and it'll be over there for you. I'm gonna turn the comments on so they'll come through the on the screen for you guys. And then I forgot to do this beforehand, I usually do this when the music's playing, but I was doing other things. So I'm gonna pin at the top our our membership link. If you would like to join the membership link and help the channel out, it'd be really greatly appreciated. We're low on our members and I don't like that. So if you love the channel and you appreciate the content that I bring every day, become a member. It would be great. If you can't become a member, or if you're already a member, you can always gift memberships to somebody that, maybe can't afford a membership. So it's always a win-win. But thank you guys again for being here. I appreciate you. Let me go over here to my notes because I wrote some notes for this. Hey, CJK. Hey, Pete. And let me say hi to you guys. Hey, Mary Beth. Hey, Ladybug. Hey, Jet Set. Hey, Rhonda. There we go. Hey, Ashley. Let me do the comments for a minute. I'm at work, so I can't chat. That's okay. Go to work, girl. I want a baked potato. She works where they have baked potatoes. I'm like, there's a reason for that. I just am craving one now. Yes, we should. Because that's a good idea. I would love to see his house. I'd love to see it in person, It's creepy. Hey, Michael. Hey, Micro. Hey, Petunia. Hey, DM. Hey, Lori. Welcome in, everyone. Hey, Susan. It's good to see everybody. Hopefully you guys, like I said, are having a great Friday. I know I'm going to have a great Friday today. I actually woke up early. I went to the gym and worked out because I used to work out here and I quit. And your girl, she just needed to go back to the gym. She just needed that healthy lifestyle. Hey, Susan. I don't know if I said hey to you. Hey, Cuff you. So I went to the gym. Hey, Pete and Silent Bob. And I went to the pool already. And I'm and I cleaned the house up. Hey, Naomi. So I'm on it today. I am on it. Okay. I think I got everybody, hopefully. Hey, Ozzy. It's good to see you. Do they have all the episodes on there already? I wasn't sure. So, okay, I have the first one. I'll do the second one. Maybe we'll do one per day or something like that. Oh, Cuffew, yeah, it is. It's been like that for a year. They just go back and forth. In my humble opinion, it's really all for content. I can't say anything else about it. Really, what else are we, or what else? I mean, give them something else to talk about and they can't. Yeah, Magmama. Yeah. And welcome in, Magmama. So, okay. So today we are I wanted to tell you a little bit about the docuseries. It's really good. It's really good. It has a lot of people in it. Everybody that's in it, we haven't heard from before, really. It has Ethan Chapin's parents, things that they say we haven't heard. It has Maisie and Hunter. It has Maddie's mom and stepfather. Who else? It has it has all of, actually, a lot of the people that were there when the 911 call was made. And there were more than, 4 people there. We were kind of speculating. It sounded like, maybe there was more than that. And then we saw the picture of them, all huddled outside with the blankets and stuff. So we always kind of assumed that there was more than just the people on the 911 call that were there that day. So kind of solidified that. But Maddie's mom and stepdad, bring your tissues. Bring your tissues, because they make you want to cry. You don't ever hear we never really heard from her stepdad. We've only heard from her mom, one interview, maybe a couple now since, I think she didn't say anything in front of the courthouse. So just the one. So, he talks about how he was at the mall or something, and he was picking her up or something like that. And Maddie introduced him as her dad, and she called him dad, and that really made him feel good. Oh, thank you, Mary Beth, for gifting out memberships. 5 memberships. Thank you. Betsy Ross. Hoopty Who got 1. Julie's Crafton. Oh, Southern Shortcake and Lisa Ruby. Welcome in, everybody. Thank you. Thank you, Mary Beth. That's very sweet of you. So like we hear Ethan talk like in the video, like they have videos of him. I never really have heard him talk. I know that there's a video out there that someone put out, like a police body cam of like him getting pulled over for something. I didn't watch it. I just didn't watch it. I just, I don't know. But I did that you get to hear him, and it's just sad. His parents talk about seeing like like the twins for the first time when she was pregnant, and like, counting them and stuff and being like, oh my gosh, there's 3 in there. Like, it was really sweet. Hunter is actually the one that said on the 911 call, like he's the one that brought up the unconscious person. So he's the one that said that. I don't really know why he said that. I think it says it in the docuseries, but I can't remember. But he does say that he's the one that said unconscious person. So that's probably why the 911 caller was saying the same thing, right? But Ethan's brother, Hunter, talks about how he was told that Ethan was no longer here, and it's heartbreaking. So there's a few things there to like help you want to go watch it. But no, it is really, really good. It is really good. Okay, so I'm going to paste this in there, and then I'll put that video up as soon as we get off of this live. Yeah, shielding them from the trauma. Yeah. Yeah, he really stood up that day, like, and really, really was like, he did things that a normal, maybe a normal 20-year-old wouldn't normally do, right? But he like went into action, and he made sure that those girls didn't see anything. And he did say that room was really bloody. So take that for what it is. But tonight on the live, I keep having to go back and forth because I'd be crazy. So be sure you're here for tonight's live. If you're available, we're going to have it at 9:15, 9:35, somewhere around that area. But I have some interviews with parents that we haven't really heard from. So I have an interview with the Chapins, and they talk about the plea deal and how they feel about the plea deal. And then Xana's mom came out in an article, and she talks about how she feels about the plea deal. So we'll go over that and some other stuff tonight on the live. So it did, Unsilent Bob. Yeah. It was a really nice, like, it was a really nice documentary. Hey, Kaylee, how are you? I know my mom used to be like that too, almost. Like, not in a mean way, like more in a, like, she had to make sure I was like strong for, I don't know, maybe for what the hell I was going to go through later on in life. Maybe she didn't know, but Oh, are you like a trucker, Tom? Or are you just, you don't have to tell me. You don't have to tell me if you don't want to, but I'm like, what do you do? My whole family, not my whole family, but my my aunt's husband and his whole side of the family were truckers. So, okay, we're going to go ahead and we're going to get into the Fox Nation interview here. Please take a second, leave your fingerprint on the like button if you don't mind. But if you do appreciate the content, please consider becoming a member. I'm going to pin it to the top after we start the video here. So this is going to be just pretty much a investigation kind of, into the whole case. So starting from the beginning to the end. And this came out actually on the 6th. So it just came out. So it's brand new. I think I haven't rewound all the way back. So, okay. And thank you guys for being here. I appreciate it. Oh, wait, let me put it up there for you. Jeez Louise, I thought I did. This whole thing is different now. Like my whole screen, it's crazy. I'm like, what is going on with life?
This is where the house used to stand. It's an eerie reminder of what happened here on November 13th, 2022. 4 University of Idaho students were brutally murdered, igniting a nationwide manhunt for the killer and changing a community forever.
Moscow itself is like a little hamlet tucked into the mountains. Wild rivers, tall, 100-year-old trees everywhere you go. The scent of like sage and evergreen wafting through in the summer. It's a very tight community as well.
For many, the heart and soul of the town
Beautiful
of Moscow
there.
is its university. A sprawling 1,600-acre campus home to 1,200 students. On November 12, 2022, many of those students, including roommates Kaylee Gonsalves, Madison Mogan, Zaina Kernodle, Dylan Morganson, and Bethany Funk, were gearing up for the big football game on campus.
Football at the University of Idaho is huge, and the whole community will come out, they'll attend all the football games, and the parties afterwards, they last all night long.
Maddie Mogan and Kaylee Gonsalves went out to the bar, the Corner Club, local dive bar.
Everyone knew who Maddie and Kaylee were. They were beautiful young women. They were very popular and the life of the party. Xana and Ethan opted not to go to the Corner Club after the game. Instead, they went to Ethan's fraternity, the Sigma Chi House.
Shortly before bar closing, Maddie and Kaylee leave the bar with one of their friends. They all go to the grub truck just down the road. Maddie and Kaylee take a ride share home. They get back to King Road just after Ethan and Xana have come back to King Road as well from their night partying. About an hour earlier, Dylan Mortensen, one of the roommates, and Bethany Funk, another of the roommates, had come home.
By 2 a.m., all of the roommates were at home in their respective bedrooms.
1122 King Road is a 3-story house. The house is built on a hill. That bottom floor is really actually where you enter the house. The second floor is actually where the living space is. Maddie and Kaylee are on the 3rd floor. Xana Kernodle and Ethan Chapin are on the 2nd floor in Xana's room off to the side. All the way across that floor, Dylan Mortensen is in her bedroom. And on the bottom floor, Bethany Funk is in her bedroom.
At around 2:26
Remember how it took us forever to figure out who was in which room?
a.m., Maddie and Kaylee are awake and they make about 10 calls to Kaylee's ex-boyfriend, Jack. At 3:16 a.m., we know that Xana is scrolling on TikTok and she makes a food order on DoorDash.
But little do they know, they're being watched from outside. Or so, that is the theory. Here is the timeline of events. That night, multiple surveillance cameras from King Road capture a white sedan driving by the house, first at 3:30 a.m., then at 3:33 a.m., and finally at 3:38 a.m. before leaving the area. At 3:59 a.m., Xana receives a DoorDash delivery at the house. At 4:04 a.m., the car is seen entering the neighborhood a 4th time. Security footage shows the car driving eastbound on King Road, stopping and turning around on Queen Road before driving back to King Road. The car does a 3-point turn before driving down Queen Road again. The killer is then believed to have entered the house through the sliding glass door in the back around 4:08 a.m. and went straight upstairs to Maddie's room. But she wasn't alone.
Maddie and Kaylee end up in the same bedroom and in the same bed. And according to Dylan Mortensen, she had heard Maddie and Kaylee upstairs making some sort of noise.
Maddie and Kaylee were both asleep at the time the intruder entered the home. And around 4:12 a.m., we know that Xana is actually awake because she's on her TikTok app scrolling.
Right around that time when Dylan Mortensen heard those noises, a lone intruder had come into the house and with a fixed blade knife had murdered Maddie and Kaylee.
Xana hears a noise. The intruder sees her, chases her to her bedroom where he then stabs her and she falls to the floor. The intruder then takes out Ethan with one single blow and then carves in his leg with the knife.
At 4:17 a.m., a neighbor
I wonder why Bill Thompson never talked about that in court, about the carving or the sitting down.
neighborhood security camera picks up distorted audio that sounds like voices or a whimper, followed by a loud thud.
On his way out, back through the slider door, had made visual contact with Dylan Mortensen, who had come out of her room to see what the ruckus was.
Dylan describes the man that she sees in the hallway as someone with a black mask on, covering his nose and his mouth, and he's about 5'10". He has bushy eyebrows.
Dylan retreated to her room and had started to text her roommate downstairs, Bethany Funk, trying to explain to Bethany some of the weird things she had seen, sounds she had heard coming from Ethan's room, sounds she had heard coming from upstairs. She wasn't fully aware that something horrible had happened, but there was a sense that something creepy was happening and she was scared.
At 4:20 a.m., the car is seen on surveillance video leaving the neighborhood at a high rate of speed. A flurry of calls and texts begin among the roommates.
She then rushed down to Bethany's room, where they spent the remainder of the night together.
Over the next several minutes, Dylan and Bethany call and text their other roommates. They also access Snapchat and Instagram, probably to try and reach them that way. A few hours later, at 10:23 a.m., Dylan texts Maddie. An hour later, she sends Kaylee the same message. Neither respond.
Dylan had peeked out to try to see if everyone was okay. Xana was laying on the floor in her bedroom. She appeared to Dylan to have just been passed out, maybe from drinking. Dylan had been drinking the night before as well and didn't know how to process all the things she had felt or seen. They called their friends to come over, and it was their friends who investigated further and found the bodies and called 911.
911 location of your emergency.
Something is happening. Something's happening in our house. We don't know what.
Tell me exactly what's going on.
One of the roommates has passed out, and she was drunk last night and she's not waking up.
Okay.
Oh, and they saw some man in their house last night.
What is going on currently? Is someone passed out right now?
I don't really know, but pretty much at 4 a.m.
Okay, I need to know what's going on right now if someone is passed out. Can you find that out?
Yeah, I'll come. Come on, but we gotta go check. But we have to. Is she passed out? She's passed out. What's wrong? She's not waking up.
Is she breathing?
No.
Police get there, and I don't think they could have ever anticipated what they were walking into. And then very quickly, it's like we have a quadruple homicide.
4 University of Idaho students were found dead Sunday in a house near campus in what officials have called a crime of passion.
Shock and fear spread through Moscow. Was this a carefully calculated crime or a random act of violence?
Moscow, Idaho police say a killer or killers are on the loose after those 4 University of Idaho students believed to be a group of friends were stabbed to death Sunday morning. Police say they have not recovered a weapon. Tonight, students are fleeing as police are unable to assure them the area is totally secure.
The first thing that shocked me about the case was when police came out and said that there wasn't an overarching concern for the safety of the community.
Right, there was no threat, no further threat.
Right. You have nobody in custody. This doesn't appear to be a murder-suicide situation, and it appears that you have no suspects. What do you mean that there is no threat to the community?
Must have been a very highly charged atmosphere.
It was, and there's all these conspiracy theories running wild. There was a extreme level of fear in the community, absolutely.
This gruesome attack has shattered peace of mind here in Moscow. In a town that never used to lock their doors, locksmiths are now being flooded with calls. College students are now considering online classes.
It's literally like what nightmares are made of, like when you're a little kid and you think of the boogeyman.
As investigators comb through security footage and interview neighbors, the nation waits for answers.
These were all North Idaho kids going to a North Idaho university. Maddie and Kaylee were sort of everybody's favorite, you could say, at parties or in social settings. They were well loved. Xana was the same. She had the telephone numbers of her friends' parents in her phone. You know, she would text with some of them. Ethan Chapin, same thing, life of the party kind of guy.
Every time I wake up, I remember what's going on, and it's like, man, I don't know how you ever get used to this. It's never gonna
Life will never
go away.
Why this town? Why these girls? Have you heard anything about how the accused in this case might have been connected to the victims?
There's certainly a speculation that he had an interest in one of the victims.
The killer definitely could have been stalking the victims on social media. All of the roommates were active on Instagram and TikTok, and it was very easy to discern where they lived, the layout and floor plan of their home, because they were young women constantly posting stories and reels.
Which brings us to the house itself, 1122 King Road, a residence just off campus that's known for its raucous parties that sometimes took place even when the roommates are not home.
How are you?
Good, how are you?
Good. Is this your place?
Yeah.
Perfect. You know why we're here?
And I see noise.
Noise, yeah.
Yeah. Anna?
Xana, do you live here?
Yes.
Hey, did Megan talk to you earlier?
No.
Okay, does Megan live here?
Megan, I do not have a Megan that lives
Megan
here.
Mogan?
Maddie Mogan, yes.
Madison Mogan, yeah.
Madison Mogan? Okay, she does live here?
Sorry, she is at the club.
Yeah, they did.
Hey, who's the owner or who lives here?
I swear, if you've never been to a party that was like this loud with that many people when you were in your early 20s, you're lying. And if you didn't, I feel bad for you. Vincent be one of those people, you know, he never partied. But I know I've been at parties where the cops have showed up, so I don't judge them for that.
I can go get them real quick.
Okay, thank you, please.
Maybe the house and not the people in it is the reason this location was chosen by the killer. More specifically, the access that the house provided. So we're standing in the parking area behind the house on King Road. As you can see, just by looking through these trees, this gave a perfect vantage point for anybody looking to surveil the house. It's also the perfect place to avoid suspicion from nearby neighbors.
People are coming and going, and because it's so safe, you know, people kind of mind their own business.
Enon Harsh used to live in the apartment complex next door to the victims.
I talked with them for a little bit. They just seemed like some pretty normal.
Enon. Ashley, I can't help it. I do to him all the time. He wasn't as cool as me. It's cool. It's fine. Actually, it's perfect. Now that I'm older, I'm like, you're so perfect. Like, you've never done anything. Like, that kid did nothing wrong. But Enon Harsh over here, you remember him? He's the one that when that Scream video came out that was fake, that creator had put together, he went to his Facebook and he said, I heard that scream or something along those lines. I can't remember exactly verbatim. But then he went back in his post and edited it, and he edited out the scream. Well, somebody that was good with IT did this coding and found out how he like you could see the two. Like you could see how he changed it. And I was like, whoa, now that's some good sleuthing. But now he's sitting here with no shirt. Where'd you get those glasses? Do those glasses even have frame, like lenses in them? We got to go back. We got to go back for a minute. We got to get the full experience of Enon.
Looking to surveil the house.
Okay, so just think, if you were going to go on Fox Nation, right, and do a documentary for the Idaho 4, what would you wear? Would you wear a shirt?
It's also the perfect place to avoid suspicion from nearby neighbors.
People are coming and going, and because it's so safe, you know, people kind of mind their own business.
Enon Harsh used to live in the apartment complex next door to the victims.
I talked with them for a little bit. They just seemed like some pretty normal college girls. They seemed really sweet.
On November 13th,
they were probably
the night of the murder.
I know they were, but
Harsh was laying in bed trying to fall asleep. Around 4:15 a.m., he remembers hearing a scream.
I was up pretty late that night, and
this ain't going to be the same scream, is it? Because nothing was heard until 4:17. What? Enon.
I heard like a scream coming from that hair, but it was just like, you know, I hear screams from that neighborhood or pretty much every weekend. So it didn't seem super abnormal, I guess.
How did he know the scream came from that house if he was in his house? I'm just curious.
The investigation continues, but no new information about the killer emerges, at least not publicly.
There's a lot of speculation online, a lot of red herrings, and people are used to in situations like this. They're waiting for a fast arrest, right? Oh, it's the boyfriend, or an ex-boyfriend, and all of that stuff started to wash out.
The local police very quickly realized that this was much bigger than anything that they are used to dealing with in such a small, college community. And so very quickly they brought in the FBI.
One of the breaks in the case was when a gas station clerk pulled surveillance video from the night of the murders and was able to spot a white Hyundai Elantra driving erratically.
Fox News Digital getting this exclusive photo of a similar white sedan caught on camera at a local gas station around 3:45 the morning of the quadruple murders.
Surveillance footage confirms it was the same make, model, and color of the vehicle that repeatedly passed 1122 King Road the night of the murders.
A new update from the Moscow, Idaho police, who are asking for the public's help for information regarding a 2011 to 2013 Hyundai Elantra as the hunt continues for a suspect in the vicious killings of 4 college students.
Thousands of tips pour in, including one from a Washington State University police officer. After searching a campus database for white Elantras registered at WSU, he locates a 2015 model registered to graduate student Bryan Kohberger. And like the car in the surveillance video, it's missing its front license plate.
In Idaho, cars are required to have a license plate on both the front and the rear of the vehicle. But in Pennsylvania, where this white Hyundai Elantra was registered, it's only required to have a license plate in the rear of the vehicle.
Just who is Brian Kohberger?
So my first impression of Brian, she's just a pretty normal kid,
Jack.
Okay, I don't want to say anything about Jack, but he's wearing the same shirt he wore in his last day. He only had 2 interviews in. I'm just saying. My mama raised me to be She was a crazy woman,
Bayless
I guess.
met Kohberger in middle school.
He was more of a quiet, funny guy, but not really quiet, just more of the calm guy. And he was very curious.
He was very intelligent. He was very intellectual. He would
Maybe they took
delve
this from the last
into
one.
topics that are not on a shallow level.
Much like Moscow, Idaho, Kohberger's rural hometown of Effort, Pennsylvania is hailed as a quiet, tight-knit community largely devoid of violent crime. But it is plagued by drug abuse. In fact, the region has one of the highest rates of overdose deaths in the country.
I met him through some friends, and they told me that he was a little weird, and he was a little socially awkward, I guess you could say. But he wasn't a bad guy.
Rich Pasqua is a former acquaintance of Kohberger. He says the two used to take drugs together.
I got 6 years clean now. I work in treatment and everything, but back then I was using, and so that's how I know for a fact he was using. I've got high with him a couple times.
Kohberger overcomes his battle with addiction and gets his life back on track. He becomes a runner and a kickboxer, losing almost half of his body weight. In 2013, he graduates high school and sets off for college in Center Valley, Pennsylvania, with the ultimate goal of becoming a police officer.
So he's studying criminal justice on the East Coast at DeSales University. He goes all the way across the country to get his PhD.
On campus, 3,000 miles away, Kohberger begins to develop a similar reputation to the one he had in high school.
He was creepy around women, stared at them, didn't understand social cues. He was a teaching assistant, so he had his own students, and he was strict with those students. He was awkward at parties. He was awkward in social situations. He was awkward at work. He wasn't doing well in his PhD program. He was essentially flunking out.
This is where Brian Kohberger attended graduate school. Now, he had just finished his first semester as a PhD student in the criminal justice program. He had been working as a teacher's assistant for 2 undergraduate courses, but had reportedly been fired due to poor performance and multiple altercations with faculty.
But being described as creepy and driving a white Hyundai Elantra, of which authorities estimated there could be about 22,000 in the area, is not enough evidence to tie someone to a crime.
Everybody wants to know, how did Brian Kohberger know the victims? I'm not necessarily sure Brian Kohberger knew them more than perhaps a passing slight by one of them. You say hello to somebody and they don't say hello back. And for somebody who's been rejected their whole life, that snub can simmer.
In December of 2022, 1 month after the murders, Moscow police say they are closely guarding information that they discovered at the scene of the crime in order to protect the integrity of the investigation.
We have to keep things back because everything we give out, everybody knows, even the person that committed this. And we need to make sure that we're keeping the integrity of that case for the victims and for their families.
Soon after, Kohberger and his father set off on a road trip in the white Elantra to the family's home in Pennsylvania. He had recently transferred his car title from Pennsylvania to Washington and changed the license plates.
Hello, how you doing? How y'all doing today?
On December 15th, he's pulled over by Indiana police for a traffic violation.
See, he's right up on that van, man. Into that van, pulled you over for tailgating.
And then he is pulled over again, just 9 minutes later. I believe so that police could take a look at him to see if he has cuts on his hands or other injuries. Kohberger finally makes it home, where he meticulously cleans his car. Meanwhile, back in Moscow, police get a new break in the case. On the night of the murders, the killer left something behind, a sheath to a Marine Corps K-bar knife. It was wiped clean of prints, but investigators were able to extract single-source male DNA on the button closure.
They staked out Brian Kohberger's house in Pennsylvania, where he had returned for Christmas break. In the middle of the night, they see Brian Kohberger dragging trash to his neighbor's receptacle. He dumps his family's trash in the neighbor's receptacle. Law enforcement pulls that trash and they make a DNA match to the DNA found on the knife sheath. That DNA match turns out to be Brian Kohberger's father's DNA. But with that, they have a paternal match. They then have probable cause to arrest Brian Kohberger.
Do you think that he was mad at his dad? I mean, it's not his dad's fault that his Q-tip ended up in the trash, right? I mean, that's a shoot. You know how it is, ladies. And gents, I'm sure, sometimes you don't hit the trash can. All of a sudden, you look down, you got 3 or 4 Q-tips over there, but at least he threw them away, right? Brian was probably so pissed. Probably so mad that he left that sheath. If you guys don't mind, take a second and hit the like button. We're about halfway through with this.
December
Thank you for being
30th,
here.
just over a month after the murders, police arrest their man.
Last night, in conjunction with the Pennsylvania State Police, the Federal Bureau of Investigation, detectives arrested 28-year-old Bryan Christopher Kohberger in Albrightsville, Pennsylvania, on a warrant for murders of Ethan, Zana, Madison, and Kaylee.
Kohberger is soon charged with 4 counts of first-degree murder and 1 count of felony burglary. At his arraignment, he stands silent. The judge enters a not guilty plea on his behalf. The public learns about more evidence police have against him.
After getting search warrants for cell phone records, a chilling revelation. Police say Kohberger's phone had been pinged near the crime scene at least a dozen times prior to the murders, all but once in the late night or early morning hours. But the night of the murders, that phone was turned off for an hour before the killings and turned back on 45 minutes later.
Brian Kohberger lived in a completely different state, in a completely different town than the King Roadhouse where this crime actually took place. Why would a Washington State University graduate student spend a lot of time around the King Road home over the months leading up to the murders?
According to police documents, on November 13th, Kohberger's cell phone pings at the tower that provides coverage to his apartment at 2:42 a.m., indicating that he is most likely at home. At 2:47, his phone travels south of Pullman before it stops reporting data, meaning it was either turned off or placed into airplane mode. At 3:02, a white Elantra, identical to the make and model of the car Kohberger drives, appears on camera near Floyd's cannabis shop and traveling on State Route 270 between Moscow and Pullman. 26 minutes later, the same vehicle appears on camera near Sunset Mart in Moscow, just a half a mile from 1122 King Road. A minute later,
That's the first time we've ever really seen that kind of route.
the vehicle appears on camera near the house. Between 3:30 a.m. and 4:07 a.m., the Elantra is recorded driving past the house multiple times by a neighbor's security camera. At 4:48, about 30 minutes after the murders are alleged to have taken place, Kohberger's phone starts reporting to the network again.
We know that his cell phone was turned off at the time of the murders, and he has no historical record of ever turning off his cell phone in the middle of the night for any reason.
For the next half hour, his phone travels south along the highway to Genesee, west towards Uniontown, and then north back into Pullman.
You don't want to drive in a mad dash from a murder scene to your apartment. So you drive all the way the hell out of the way through the countryside and you go back home the other way through another state.
There is no other reason to take the back roads between Moscow, Idaho and Pullman, Washington, but to avoid civilization, to avoid cameras, to avoid stoplights. I've taken this route in the middle of the night, allegedly at the time when the murders took place. It's dark. You are on roads that do not have any markings on them.
At 5:25 a.m., the Elantra appears on camera at the Sunset Mart in Pullman, and then 3 minutes later at Washington State University. At the same time, Kohberger's phone pings in Pullman, where it remains until 9 a.m. At 9:12 a.m., the white Elantra is spotted once again at the Sunset Mart in Moscow. From 9:12 to 9:21 a.m., Kohberger's phone pings near the crime scene before returning back to his apartment in Pullman at 9:32. He takes a selfie in his bathroom. He's smiling and giving a thumbs up.
Bryan Kohberger.
Dagnabbit. I wanted to see that selfie. Hold on. Let's see if I can go back. I think I have to go back 15 seconds. Okay. Oh, what the heck? What the heck just happened? That's weird. Okay. Resume. Now we gotta go all the way back. Sorry, guys.
Believed.
Out.
We
Fear.
were like,
Jack.
And for somebody who's been rejected their
I don't want to
Now,
miss
he had just
anything,
finished his miles away. Kohberger begins to develop a similar reputation to the one he had in high school.
he was creepy around women.
Out of a grocery store. Surveillance
Sorry,
video
guys.
Place. It's dark. You are on Rosa.
on camera near
I'm just
Sunset
gonna
Mart
I'm just
in
gonna keep it
Moscow,
here.
just a half a mile from 1122
So sorry.
King Road. A minute later,
Hey,
the
Madeline.
vehicle appears on camera
Sweden. Oh,
near the
awesome.
house. Between 3:30 a.m. and 4:07 a.m., the Elantra is recorded driving past the house multiple times by a neighbor's security camera. At 4:48, about 30 minutes after the murders are alleged to have taken place, Kohberger's phone starts reporting to the network again.
We know that his cell phone was turned off at the time of the murders. And he has no historical record of ever turning off his cell phone in the middle of the night for any reason.
For the next half hour, his phone travels south along the highway to Genesee, west towards Uniontown, and then north back into Pullman.
You don't want to drive in a mad dash from a murder scene to your apartment. So you drive all the way the hell out of the way through the countryside and you go back home the other way through another state.
There is no other reason to take the back roads between Moscow, Idaho and Pullman, Washington, but to avoid civilization, to avoid cameras, to avoid stoplights. I've taken this route in the middle of the night, allegedly at the time when the murders took place. It's dark. You are on roads that do not have any markings on them.
At 5:25 a.m., the Elantra appears on camera at the Sunset Mart in Pullman, and then 3 minutes later at Washington State University. At the same time, Kohberger's phone pings in Pullman, where it remains until 9 a.m. At 9:12 a.m., the white Elantra is spotted once again at the Sunset Mart in Moscow. From 9:12 to 9:21 a.m., Kohberger's phone pings near the crime scene before returning back to his apartment in Pullman at 9:32. He takes a selfie in his bathroom.
Okay. Sorry, I spilled something on the floor, so I had to turn off my camera for a minute. But no, the selfie. Now that we know what we know, just really quick, right? He admitted, and 60 times he said yes in that courtroom. So he knew what he was pleading guilty to. The judge made it very aware, made him aware of everything. No one coaxed you to do this. You didn't get talked into doing this. This is all on your own, recognizance, whatever, blah, blah, blah. But he murdered 4 people. And just hours later, not even just hours later, he's still awake. He hasn't slept yet. And he's given this. This gives me Rex Heuermann vibes. Oh my gosh, it really does.
He's smiling and giving a thumbs up.
So weird to me.
Bryan Kohberger apparently took this selfie.
And I'm sorry, but he should have known if the cops got a hold of his phone, this picture was going to be on there, right? Was he taunting the police?
In his bathroom, he looks like he had just showered. He's in front of the mirror and he looks very pleased with himself.
So after snapping his selfie here at his apartment building in Pullman, Kohberger then gets back in his car and heads south. Phone records show his phone pings in Lewiston, Idaho, and then at a coffee shop in Clarkson, Washington. Then, at 12:49 p.m., surveillance video shows Kohberger inside of a grocery store. His phone pinged at 5:32 p.m. in Johnson, Washington, but stopped reporting a few minutes later. During this drive, Kohberger passes the Snake River. Some feel the killer could have easily disposed of the knife here. It's a huge piece of evidence that's never been found. But as Kohberger's trial was nearing, one PI tries to change that.
We're going to do a search today. We're looking for a knife like this. This is a USMC K-bar knife.
guy's
This
doing
is
it.
the kind of knife that was alleged to be used by Brian Kohberger on November 13,
Isn't that
2022.
part of this on the news?
We believe that if he threw the knife out the window, that it wouldn't be too far from the roadway if we find the knife.
In May of 2025, Jensen posted on Facebook that he wanted to organize a search party along the route that Kohberger traveled from Moscow to Pullman in order to look for a K-bar knife.
I would have looked. I would have looked where Asget said to look, that little pull-off area from in between Moscow and Pullman.
The community turned out, some from hours away, to help search for the murder weapon.
I left at 3:30 this morning. This is very important to me. I have followed every step of this case and I want justice.
Jensen believes there is a potential that Kohberger followed in the footsteps of notorious serial killer Ted Bundy.
Ted Bundy, when he would dump a body, he would panic afterwards. He'd throw everything out of the car. I think that Brian Kohberger picked up on that, and when he was fleeing the scene, he got rid of, like the murder weapon and things of that nature as well.
For 8 solid hours, Jensen, his cadaver dog Lily, and a team of volunteers combed the shoulder of Highway 95 and its rugged terrain.
If he's innocent, I want him to be innocent. But if he's guilty, I want him to be found guilty beyond any reasonable doubt. And if we find the knife, maybe it won't have his DNA on it, but probably it would.
The more evidence you can bring, the better. And if the weapon can be found, then it's all the better.
I don't think you put it in there.
But where the knife could be is anybody's guess.
If these are maintained by farmers, would they run into the knife if it landed in their field, for instance?
No, they'll probably just run over it.
After 2 days of searching, Jensen and his team did not find the murder weapon. But even without it, the evidence against Brian Kohberger continues to mount.
A housemate claimed the suspect in their house.
I mean, they got to think about that though, right? If he threw the murder weapon out, all of that, like those bushes and stuff, just think of the seasons. You know what I mean? Like they die, they would be on the ground, they come back up, they die, they're back on the ground, they come back up. It's been like 3 seasons, right? Like, so it might be like underneath of all that stuff that's on, that's on the ground. I mean, I think that would be hard to find if maybe they had a tiller or something, right? I don't know.
Had bushy eyebrows. Prosecutors hope to ask the jury if the photo matches that description.
Prosecutors told the judge they intend to introduce receipts from Dick's Sporting Goods showing that Kohberger bought a black face mask like the one worn by the tall, thin intruder described by one of the victim's surviving housemates.
We didn't get that.
Kohberger bought the mask in January of 2022, 10 months before the stabbing deaths of Kaylee Gonzalez, Madison Mogan, Xana Kernodle, and Ethan Chapin.
The prosecution also unearths a paper Kohberger wrote while studying at DeSales University, involving a scenario where a woman has been stabbed to death in her home.
The 12-page paper mentions many of the same methods used to identify Kohberger as a suspect in the killings, such as collecting nearby surveillance footage and recovering genetic material. Quote, "I should make sure to swab under her fingernails to see if the DNA of the offender is there. She likely dug into their skin." The prosecutors say they want to admit the paper because it shows the defendant's knowledge of crime scenes and how investigators search for clues to build a case.
Meanwhile, the defense tries to get some of the most damning evidence against Kohberger thrown out.
Kohberger is arguing all of the search warrants in the case should be thrown out along with all the evidence collected, claiming a violation of his right to privacy. But prosecutors say Kohberger has no expectation of privacy when it comes to DNA left at the crime scene or DNA voluntarily given by some of his relatives.
We're not just talking about his DNA happened to be found in, a dresser drawer or something. It was found on a knife sheath where 4 people were killed by a knife. This is as crime scene as it gets.
We applied for and we were granted a search warrant for Bryan Kohberger's Amazon.com user activity. The search warrant was narrow in scope to items related to the homicide and evidence related to the seizing of knives.
Authorities discover that Kohberger purchased a K-bar knife using a gift card in March of 2022. But the defense argues that he could have been influenced by online marketing.
They're doing all kinds of things to understand what consumers and purchasers and sellers are trying to do to actually prompt people to buy certain things. So in this instance, with regard to these purchases, we have very limited data regarding Mr. Kohberger's purchases without the metadata and the context.
He is entitled to a defense. So what we've seen is that they've challenged how the search warrants were obtained, trash pulls. And so they're making those legal challenges so there's no stone left unturned.
What's the general rule on collecting garbage?
Well, your trash is out on the street. That's free game.
Interestingly, 2 other DNA profiles not belonging to Kohberger were also found at the scene of the crime.
New potentially exculpatory evidence has surfaced. 2 unidentified DNA samples were recovered at the crime scene. Did he have an accomplice? Was the blood left from a party nights or weeks or months before?
They've mentioned things like a glove found outside the house, some speck of blood that was found on a banister in the house as well, so reportedly. And they seem to want to build an alternative theory around that.
But Judge Hippler is not going to allow this softball to be thrown to the jury of it could have been, maybe was somebody else. The defense is going to be held to task on this.
We came across a tip that would appear to be an alternate suspect, and we're trying to work through that as rapidly as we can. It was quite a surprise to come up with that. There's got to be more in there that I need to know.
The investigators were unable to substantiate any tips until they received the tip regarding Mr. Kohberger itself.
The defense submits their filing with proof. It is sealed from the public, but the judge denies the motion, claiming that one of the alternative perpetrators presented by the defense was an alleged stalker, and that there is no evidence he is connected to the case. The defense claims that Kohberger is not connected to the case either.
Attorneys for the man accused of killing 4 University of Idaho students say cell phone records can provide him with an alibi. The defense team for Bryan Kohberger maintains he was on a nighttime drive when the massacre took place.
And then it comes out he was out stargazing. All right? So that one, I think they were clutching at straws.
I think that's like the opposite. It's like now you put him in the area.
His attorney, Ann Taylor, writing, Mr. Kohberger was out driving in the early morning hours of November 13th, 2022, as he often did to hike and run and or see the moon and stars. He drove throughout the area south of Pullman, Washington, and west of Moscow, Idaho. His alibi says there's no evidence Kohberger's phone was near the scene at the time of the 4 a.m. murders.
Who drives around at 2 in the morning, 3 in the morning, 4 in the morning for hours? Stargazing? You don't actually see the
Not
stars out
hours.
of your car.
He's a classic night stalker.
Hey, tumbleweed.
One of the most common things that night stalkers do is drive around aimlessly for hours to quell the sort of noises in their head. His alibi is almost pigeonholing him into the type of person who would do this.
Kohberger's defense team raises the issue of autism spectrum disorder diagnosis in court.
He has a limited range of facial expression, odd eye contact, and intense gaze with subtle rocking, sitting very still. This is important because of the impact that jurors assigned and give tremendous weight to perceived remorse or the lack thereof.
Not a single state has said that someone with ASD cannot be executed.
The trial judge, Stephen Hippler, has already ruled on a number of death penalty motions and declared Kohberger is eligible to be executed.
But he won't be. In one final, shocking twist, just weeks before trial, Brian Kohberger avoids the death penalty. Despite emotional protests from victims' family members, the prosecution cuts a plea deal offering life in prison.
It's a complete 180 from what we've been witnessing for almost 3 years now in this case, which is the prosecutors pushing and fighting against the defense to keep the death penalty on the table.
They write in part, this agreement ensures that the defendant will be convicted, will spend the rest of his life in prison, and will not be able to put you and the other families through the uncertainty of decades of post-conviction appeals.
Do y'all think that Bill Thompson didn't have any evidence other than what we've seen? Because I'm beginning to wonder. I'm just beginning to wonder over here, because why would you all of a sudden take the death penalty or just like give a plea to somebody, right, that killed 4 people? That's more than anybody on death row. Like, that nobody on death row has 4 murders under their belt. The one woman that's on death row, she has 3. And they're horrific, but just as horrific as this one. So I just don't understand why they didn't take it to trial. And even if he didn't get the death penalty, take that death penalty off the table, get him life, and if he gets life in prison, but at least take it to trial. Did you feel like you couldn't, Bill Thompson? This is to you. Did you feel like you didn't have enough evidence? You didn't want to stand up in court for that long, 8 hours a day? I mean, we could have got you like a scooter or something. I don't know. I'm just wondering. Because I've been so team investigator and prosecutor and all that this whole time. And I still am. I'm not switching. Don't worry. I'm not doing that. I believe in the system. But I'm just wondering if maybe they didn't have much. And that's why they did the plea, right? To ensure that the defendant will spend the rest of his life in prison. I mean, he will. And I think that's great, right? I think that's great. But I do think that Bill Thompson needs to sit down with the families. If they don't release all the stuff to the public, I feel like even before they do, Bill Thompson should sit down with the families before the sentencing hearing, or actually before the dissemination hearing, which I'll tell you about in just a minute. He needs to sit down with the families and tell them what evidence he has before they find out in a FOIA request or on a YouTube channel, right? Because that's where it's going to be coming. That's where we're going to be showing it.
Your viewpoints weighed heavily in our decision-making process, and we hope that you may come to appreciate why we believe this resolution is in the best interest of justice.
The victims' families, particularly the family of Kaylee Gonsalves, her father, Steve Gonsalves, has been outspoken from day one advocating for justice for his daughter. His family is angry that what they've been fighting for almost 3 years as a sense of justice will now never be realized.
Kaylee's sister Aubrey also writing, while Kohberger faces life in prison, he still gets to form relationships and engage with the world. Meantime, our loved ones have been silenced forever. The reality stings more deeply when it feels like the system is protecting his future more than honoring the victims' pasts.
The aunt of Xana Kernodle is also outraged.
Yes, she is.
But family members of the other 2 victims find comfort in the plea.
The family of Ethan Chapin and the father of Maddie Mogan have expressed that this would bring some sort of closure for them.
And we're going to hear about that tonight on the live from actually the Chapins. They are going to talk about how they feel about the plea deal now.
You pleading guilty because you are guilty?
Yes. On November 13th, 2022.
Look at the judge.
Excuse me.
Look at the judge right now. Are you freaking kidding me? I don't know how I didn't notice this before. He's getting ready. Bill is getting ready to stand up and talk about how four young adults just starting their lives, how they were brutally attacked in their sleep or in their home, right? And this is the look that we get from the freaking judge. Was this too much for you? 3 months too much for you? Are we kidding right now? I just nutso. Look at this judge. He just looks like what if I did that on a live? What would you guys do? You'd be like, "What's up with her? She looks pissed, right? Look at him. He looks bored."
Mr. Kohberger entered the residence of 1122 King Road in Moscow, Idaho.
He should be
He
sitting
did that
up.
with the intent to kill.
Call his office again.
Will not represent that he intended to commit all of the murders that he did that night, but we know that that is what resulted, and that he then killed intentionally, willfully, deliberately, with premeditation, and with malice forethought, Maddie Mogan, Kaylee Gonzalez, Ethan Chapin, and Santa Cruz. Thank you.
Thank you. With respect to count 1, burglary, felony, how do you plead, Mr. Kohberger, guilty or not guilty?
Guilty.
As to count 2, murder in the first degree, as it relates to the murder of Madison Mogan, how do you plead, guilty or not guilty?
Guilty.
As to count 3, as it relates to murder in the first degree for the murder of Kaylee Gonzalez, how do you plead, guilty or not guilty?
Guilty.
As to count 4, the first degree murder of Xana Kernodle, a human being, how do you plead, guilty or not guilty?
Guilty.
As to count 5, the first degree murder of Ethan Chapin, a human being, how do you plead, guilty or not guilty?
Guilty.
Right.
Brian Kohberger's fate is now sealed. He is destined to spend the remainder of his life behind bars.
That's what makes me mad.
In August of 2024,
This makes me mad too.
Students here at the University of Idaho constructed this memorial garden in honor of the victims. Their names are inscribed on the railing behind me. Xana Kernodle.
Yes, show those
Ethan
again.
Chapin, Madison Mogan, and Kaylee Gonzalez.
They look terrible. Did you see it? You could barely see Xana's name on there. I don't like this memorial that much. I just don't. I think they should have put something where the house is. Even if it's a parking lot with extra lights for the students, just whatever. Something there to memorialize the victims though as well. Even if it was just planting 4 trees.
The community of Moscow will be forever changed, but one thing is certain. The memories of the 4 victims will continue to live on.
I didn't mean to turn my camera off. What did it say? Oh, no persons interviewed for this special had firsthand involvement in the investigation. Okay, then. Oops, okay. So I was on X earlier today and people were like freaking out and people are crazy, okay? So they are like, oh my gosh, Brian said he's going to come out for an interview and he's going to do a sit down interview. And I was like, what? So I was like, okay, let me see this article. So I click on the article and it's one of those articles that are just like crappy. I think it's like anybody can write for them if you join. I should log in and see if I can join. Hold on, let me join it real quick. What's this? Join the Hub Pages Network. The Hub Pages Network is the best place to publish detailed, informative articles on subjects you love. So it's pretty much like you're the person that like writes the article, right? So somebody decided to write this article and it's, in my opinion, it's totally false, fake, not real. He's not reaching out to people saying, as of right now, I don't think, but I don't think he's reaching out to people saying anything right now, just because he doesn't seem like the type to me. I think that if he does do something, it'll either be with Ramslin or somebody that's in that field, right? That's my personal opinion. But have you guys seen this? I couldn't believe it. So it says here, there's a picture. It says, Brian Kohberger has consented to a no-holds-bar sit-down interview this fall. According to what I could say that, right? I could say Brian Kohberger is going to do an interview this winter because maybe the chances of him doing an interview in the wintertime is pretty high, maybe, you know? I mean, it's after sentencing, it's after all that. So I'm just saying, like, I could make up something too. According to well-placed sources, admitted mass murderer Bryan Kohberger, 30, this isn't even written good, will give a firsthand account of his actions on November 13th, 2022 in Moscow, Idaho. He already did. Kohberger, when was this written? It was updated 5 hours ago. Okay. Kohberger pled guilty to 4 counts of first-degree premeditated murder and 1 count of burglary on July 2nd, 2025. The former PhD student admitted to the crimes. Look at this. He was being prosecuted for, thus putting an end to his highly anticipated murder trial set to start in August in Boise, Idaho. Kohberger will be formally sentenced to life without the possibility of parole on July 23rd, 2025. The primetime non-cable network interview will coincide with the third anniversary of the grisly murders of 4 University of Idaho students in Moscow, Idaho. He would have a lot of freaking nerve, right? He would have a lot of freaking nerve. This article is so fake, but people are going with it. So it's saying that he's going to do like a tell-all or something, like an interview on November 13th of this year. Kohberger already admitted to unlawfully entering the student's off-campus house at 1122 King Road through an unlocked door and systematically murdering Madison Mogen, Kaylee Gonzalez, both 21, Ethan Chapin, and Xana Kernodle, both 20. According to the state of Idaho, Kohberger targeted one or all of the students and used a military-type K-bar knife to carry out the grisly murders. Look, this is grisly. The sheath in the knife was held... What? The knife was held in, was found. Okay, look. Oh my gosh, this person can't even write this. He or she. It says the sheath the knife was held in. Okay, now we're getting somewhere. Was found under Mogen's body in her bed. That's just written weird to me. It was later determined that Kohberger's DNA was found on the knife sheath. And then it says Kohberger's family received payment for supplying never before seen pictures. According to the sources, it was the Kohberger family that convinced Bryan Kohberger to consent to the interview. Amanda Kohberger, 37, they said they wanted no interviews or anything. Remember when they went to court, they're like, we don't want any interviews. I doubt they want them now. Amanda Kohberger, 37, has had to move back to her parents' home in Albrightsville, Pennsylvania. Both of Kohberger's older sisters, Amanda and Melissa, were working in the mental care industry. One was terminated, the other resigned shortly after their brother's arrest in December of 2022. Well, we heard that they were both fired, so we'll see. According to sources close to the family, they hope with Kohberger setting the record straight, they can move forward and resume their once very productive lives. They all feel as if they have been under siege and subjected to unfair, endless wrath from the public at large. Did you guys write this, Kohbergers? The Kohberger family will receive a 6-figure sum for providing never before seen pictures of Brian and the Kohberger family. I mean, maybe. I think they give more than that. The network has bought the rights to use the pictures during the interview. Kohberger will turn 31 on November 21st, 2025. Is that right? I thought it was 24th. Is this you, William? Is this you, Bill? It is 21st. I thought it was 24th. I think that's my aunt, actually. The interview is said to be filmed in person once Kohberger is processed and sent to a permanent prison. Yes, a lot of times you can't just walk up in the prison and interview somebody. They don't do that anymore. You'll be on the iPad. They really don't do visitations like that anymore. So yeah, that's not going to work. Thanks, Be Nice Tried. I appreciate that very much. Thank you for the super sticker. That's very sweet of you. Thank you. So here it says all the legal issues between Kohberger, his family, and the network have been ironed out. Would you do call the prison ahead of time and say, when Kohberger gets there, can I interview him? That doesn't work like that. He is expected to be housed at the maximum security prison in Kuna, Idaho. He could also be transferred to an out-of-state prison. Looks as Parson. No questions or topics is off limits per the agreement, whatever. The tentative air date for A Killer Speaks is set for Friday, November 14th. Why would it be on the 14th? Not the 13th. Man, this thing's so fake. Yeah, his sister is writing a book, I heard. Wonder if what's up with that? Oh, I wanted to show you guys this as well. So stick with me. We have a new court date. My dog's rubbing her face into the blanket she has. It's cute. Your face itching you. Sorry. I love my dog so much. If you can't tell. They're cute. I need a doggy cam. Like, I seriously do. I have a camera. I just need to figure out how to hook it up for you guys. So this is the newest court document here. If it's just a court document, I will highlight it in yellow. If it's for the prosecution, I usually highlight it in pink. If it's for the defense, I highlight it in blue. And if it's for just a random document, we'll put it in purple. So court document here, July 17th, 2025. So basically, we had some media, a lot of media come out, and they were fighting against the non-dissemination order. We went over those documents in a prior live. Well, now Judge Hippler, I said, and I'm sorry, I'll take it back. I said, is this why are we doing this? Right. I was like, because we're going to get the documents on the 24th anyway. But I do appreciate that that they did this and they got the judge to actually make a hearing date and hear what they had to say about the non-dissemination order. So we may get it actually a lot sooner than we thought. So here we have July 17th, 2025 at 10:30 a.m. Judge Hippler is going to see them via Zoom. So we won't be there to see it. It won't be live for us, but it'll be we'll be alerted probably later that evening whenever the documents start coming out. Oh, Tumbleweed, thank you so much. You're always so generous. Thank you for the 1999 super sticker. That's so sweet of you. Thank you. That means a lot. Oops, you guys are awesome. Thank you. That's very sweet. So yeah, so we have a new court date. I'm pretty excited about it. I'm excited to see what happens. It's the 11th today, so we only got a few days. Instead of waiting until the 24th, or is it 23rd or 24th? 24th. Or 23rd. 23rd, sorry. Damn it, now I can't even remember. I think it's someone will let me know in chat. Where did Nancy go? Hey, Mama Moondust, welcome in. I put her away. She's actually underneath this chair back here. But I think Biscuit runs over her, so I might need to move her. Right, White Cloud, yeah. Yeah, this is definitely, I just wanted to show it to you guys because I knew that it was going to be flowing out there, and I wanted to let you guys know it's fake. I mean, you can just tell by the place is called Hub Pages. I've never even heard of that. Just like when they talked about the naked guy, right? That there was a naked guy in the house at 1122 King Road or something along those lines. That came from an article that was like this. It was one of those articles that anybody can write and publish it. So, just be careful out there. Just be careful. Right, Trips? Yeah. He said the fact that the murderer and his family stand to profit largely from him murdering innocent college kids shows how morally cooked our society is. Sad. Yeah, it really is. That's probably when he's telling the attorneys he lifted the gag orderly. He might too. I think he will. I sincerely think that he will because he wanted to lift it the day that Brian Kohberger pled out. He was like, what are we going to do about the non-dissemination order? Kind of saying hey, I'm going to open it up. And I'm pretty sure Ann Taylor was cool with it. But Bill Thompson was like, no, let's just wait till the 23rd whenever we go into court. And it is the 23rd. Thank you, UA Crimson. I was thinking, I said the 24th, and I was like, wait, no, it's the 23rd because they said they could go into the 24th if they needed to for like victims impact statements and that stuff. I mean, he's already going to know what he's being sentenced to, right? So, oh, what kind of dog? I have a boxer pit mix over here sitting on the floor. She's my angel. She's my oldest dog. I don't even know. I need to get their file down. They have a file. They both have a file. I'm organized. I'm weird. And I have the dates they were born. I think she's like 10 or 11. And then I got this one back here. She just blends in because she's silver to the blue chair. That's a blue chair back there, like a dark blue. She just blends into it. I need to get the hair off of it. I can tell right now. I'll have to do that when I get off the live. I have one of those things that are like, what are they called? A chomp chomp. If you guys do not have one and you have a pet, get it off-brand one if you want to, because I think they'll probably all work the same. But it's called a chomp chomp, and you just do that, like you just go over your furniture or whatever with it, and it gets all the pet hair, anything, any dander, anything, and it just gets it in this little box for you. It's the coolest thing ever. I know Nancy's going to yell at you for letting your vacuum desecrate her likeness. Well, Biscuit does what he does. That's his name. Vincent named him that. And I was like, that's the cutest name ever. I was like, I would name my kid that or something like Biscuit. I don't know. I really wouldn't, but I think it's a cute name. You think he buried the knife along with the clothing? I don't know, because the ground would have been so hard then. In November, I would think that the ground would be pretty hard, right? I'm thinking he threw it in the Snake River. Like out of sight, out of mind. Now, I don't know about the clothes. I feel like the clothes could be recovered, right? Like if you threw the clothes, I don't think they would flow down the river as much, maybe. They may sink. I don't know. They're not very heavy, but they may. He could have had the hole already dug, yeah. Oh, uh-oh. Your dog's like, where is it? I call them cookies. And then when I have my adult cookies, like if I have Oreos or something, I'm like, Araya, these are my cookies, not your cookies. Like, they're sleeping. They're snoring. You think he buried them so that way he can go back to them? Yeah, going back, like if he wanted it. You think he buried it too? Well, we did like a little on the channel, we did like where we went from his house to the King Road residence, and he literally, when he goes on his little drive the next day, he literally is right by the Snake River. It's just like, I just feel like he threw it in there. I just feel like he did. I don't know. I think that he didn't have the sheath anymore, so he threw the knife out. Because, I think that I don't know why he would buy another sheath. You think that if he was just buying the sheath, he would keep the knife, right? Somewhere where he could get it. Do you think that he would want to use the same knife for like a different murder, or do you think he'd want a different knife? If I was an unaliver, if I was a killer, that's just me. And I have OCD too. I have OCD and all the things that he has. So, okay, if I was Brian Kohberger, I would probably get a new one. But maybe that's why he bought the sharpener, right? To sharpen it. They never found the sharpener. Where the hell is the sharpener? Did he go back to his house the next morning and that's when he collected everything up? But there was nothing in his apartment to say that he had any blood in there. Right? So it's weird. Hey, ALR. How are you doing? I'm going back up to read the chat. I have a few. I've actually seen all of her animations. There was a creator on this platform that tried to steal her animation, her first one, and it was on News Nation and everything. And that creator is still around. I think I forget her name used to be Van Life. I think her name is like something Perspectives now. Don't trust her. I'm sorry. Open mind perspectives. Yeah. You can't do that to people. You just can't. I mean, and this girl as yet was on TikTok. She wasn't on YouTube yet. So she was like, and she's so sweet. She's so very sweet. And because she actually went on a panel and talked about it, like talked about everything. And she was like, I don't know what to do. And the internet helped, like we all kind of chipped in and helped her grow her YouTube channel a little bit. And then people went after him after Van Life. I didn't, but people did. Like, like it's just not a good look. It's kind of like T-Rev and his fake calls. If I ever did calls, I would never do fake calls. Who the hell would I have actually call? Tell you the truth. I mean, like, seriously, who the hell would I have call? Vincent? Do you guys know what his voice sounds like? No? Okay, I could have Vincent call him, but he wouldn't. He wouldn't do it. Oh, I know. I love her. I wish she would put her first 3 on there. I have them on my page. I just got to go back and find them. I don't know if I think I might have put them out as videos. Like, you know what I mean? Out of the live, like took, you know what I mean? Like after the live went and recorded it as a video. I'm about to go to my videos and check. If I do, I'll look. Let me see them. Let me write that down. And I'll ask her if it's okay if I post them. Because we watched her video on here, and I made sure that girl got credit because she deserves every bit of credit. I had a banner scrolling, which I normally don't. I think sometimes banners are tacky to be like scrolling. I don't know. Sometimes they're cool, but sometimes I don't know. So I had a banner scrolling, and then I was just putting her link in the chat because like every 5 seconds, because she is really good. She's really good. I think her dad actually taught her how to do that. I wish she would teach me. I really want to learn by the end of this year, and it's coming up. It's quick. But I want to learn how to do animations for you guys. I really want to learn how to do those things, like where we could just like, I don't know, just kind of, I'm trying to fluff up the channel a little bit. I don't know, make it more fun, make it more interactive. Hey, Crystal. You're welcome. Thank you for being here. Yes, that's what I think, Cuff You. I really do think that if it's not in the Snake River, it's in that spot. I think that's a good area to look at. Okay. I got so many emails, like so many different accounts because like my business and stuff. Oh, thank you. I do have this, but thank you. Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate that. I have Amazon Prime though, but thank you. That's really nice of you, Pete. You're amazing. Thank you. That's awesome. That's awesome. Thank you for emailing me those. I love when people email me stuff. It's so awesome. I don't get them very often, but when I get them, I'm very appreciative because I'm a one-person show over here, like I'm just a one-man band. And I try to bring you guys, different things each night. And I think I do pretty well at that. We don't really cover the same thing on this channel. It might be the same case, but we go over different things in the case, Oh, I don't know. It could have been. It could have been Tom. I don't know. Oh, and thank you. Who gifted memberships? I'm all the way up here. Thank you, Cuff You, for gifting 5 memberships. So if you want to watch the new Prime videos, I have the first one on there. I'm going to put the second. I'm going to do like one a day if that works for you guys. Because I didn't realize that they were all out at the same time. And wow, that's like, because they're like 45 minutes long each. So Maybe I can get a second one out today. I could probably do a second one today. But I have a countdown going. So, oh my gosh, that's so exciting. If you go to my Patreon right now, let me put the link back in the chat again. Oh my gosh, I didn't know I could do this. I did something cool. Okay. So we have a countdown right now. It is 1 hour, 7 minutes, 8 seconds, 7 seconds, 6 seconds. Okay. You get it. And it's for the One Night in Idaho docuseries. I can do this, like, it's called like a drop, where you just like a premiere on YouTube, where you guys can actually go in and chit chat with each other while you guys are watching the new podcast, or the new docu series. I thought that was pretty cool. I don't know. So I thought that was interesting. So if you guys, want to watch that, there is the links for you guys. We do have a good amount of people over there. I'm so surprised that you guys went over, like, because it's a different platform and all that. And it makes me like so happy that you guys did. I really appreciate it. There's a lot of new info. I think there is anyway. The people that are in it, I talked about in the beginning, like it's Ethan's mom and dad. Ethan's dad actually talks a lot in this. It's very, very nice. It's nice to hear him talk. It really is. His brother Hunter, so handsome. He's grown up so much in 2 years. I don't know. I feel like I know these people, you know what I mean? Because we were always we're watching every interview and everything. But he's there. Maisie's there. She's beautiful. They have the people that were there for the 911 call. They have all of them. So there was multiple people there. We had pictures. And so we saw them sitting out there, and that was them sitting out there. They confirmed it. Oh, what you doing? They confirmed it and everything. And they talk about, how Hunter was told Ethan was dead by the other Hunter, and how Hunter's the one that said about the unconscious person. Hunter said that to the 911 call dispatcher. So that's where that came from. It wasn't from the dispatcher. It was from Hunter. He was trying to shield the girls that were there and protect them. He didn't want them to see what was in that room. I guess it was very bloody. It was very bad. So thank you, Java Jones. The Chomp Chomps on sale on the Amazon Prime, $20. I'm going to have to get me a new one. My dog chewed my wheel on mine. She never chews stuff. It's the pit boxer. But when she does, she chewed my basket the other day. And we came home and Vincent was like, you don't want to know. And I'm like, what? What do you mean? She never done that. Maybe once. I think she did it once. And I'm like, these are like retired baskets or something. You mean like I can't get this basket again? It's like not available. So we took a picture of it and like did like the where you can get on Google and like it'll show the picture and it'll tell you where you can get it. And he was trying to get it for me, but he's like, I can't get it. So I'm just like, oh my gosh, it's okay. So I could put like a blanket over it. It's just the handle, but I know it's there. Like I know in my mind, my OCD brain. So I don't know. I think I'm going to get 3 baskets that I saw on Amazon. They're pretty. They're cute. I got these 2 baskets on Amazon. You can't even see them, but they're like so freaking cute. They're like woven baskets. Mia is passed out. She got a little chomp chomp on the chomp chomp, right? That's what she did. She chews some stuff sometimes. She chewed my Converse one time, my maroon ones. I had like 10 or 12 pairs of them. Like literally, I was like obsessed with them. I still wear my white ones like every day. But she chewed them. They were brand new, and I almost cried. I was like, I hate you. Oh yeah, I wanted to see who got gifted. I wonder if I can see. Thank you guys all for being here. I appreciate you. So Jackie at Happy with a Twist got 1 acrylic pores plus. Tempest, Patricia, just my opinion, and Chad T. Awesome. Welcome in. Welcome in. We're a bunch of crazies over here, but that's okay. So I don't, but they're listed on there. So I did the Peacock documentary that just came out last week. That one's on there. And I want to go over that in one of our lives. I'm going to take like a bunch of notes and go over that like this weekend. It'll probably be maybe tomorrow. And then we're going to go over each episode of like the docuseries as well. on a live, and I'll make sure like I have my notes and everything. Maybe I can even get clips of it and they won't get me. I don't know if I can though. So I don't want them to, clip the channel. Now tonight I am going to play a video from Ethan's parents. They talk about life after Kohberger's plea. And then Xana Kernodle's mom actually came out and made a statement. And if you guys have not seen her picture, I didn't save it. I wish I would have. She has been in rehab, and I think she's out now. She looks so damn good. It's like a night and day difference, and I'm proud of her. We had our problem a little bit there for a minute, but I'm very proud of her. Oh, wait, hold on a second. West Virginia rocker. I'm from Ohio. Hold on. Safe weekend, everyone. Gotta load the van, playing Cleveland, Columbus, and Pittsburgh this weekend. What day are you in Columbus? And where at in Columbus, if you know? The docuseries, I almost cried. I was like, I was there almost. But I was like, do not cry because you got to go on your live after this. But it did take some of my energy out. You know what I mean? Like my energy, if someone around me is sad or like mad or just not like up to par, like up to my level, I just get like totally exhausted. Like it drains me. It drains the hell out of me. I had my dog chew my Chanel makeup brushes. Oh my gosh, that were all brand new, and a Chi hair strainer. Oh, I would be like, you're going to the pound. I'm just kidding. There's Tempest. Oh, I'm so glad you found it too. We talk at the end of the live normally for a little while about just whatever we want. I should put like a thing, maybe a banner up at the end of the live and be like, now we're talking about whatever we feel like talking about, because it goes everywhere. But we're a pretty interesting bunch. Does anybody have any awesome weekend plans? I don't. I'm like, I don't. I'm trying to think of something we could do. Maybe we could go to like the farmer's market or something tomorrow. I want to wear a cute dress and do something cute, I had this pink dress that I like saved for this carnival that was like right in our mall. Like it was in the parking lot, but it's a huge parking lot. And like, it was a huge carnival. They had a huge roller coaster. It was pretty big. I was like, I'm not getting on any of these rides just for not doing that. But it was pink, like cotton candy. It was like the same color. It was so cute. I was like, this is gonna be so cute for like a little cotton candy picture. And we went over there and they were done. They were gone. I was like, oh man. But we usually always go out and do something like every night. Like even if it's just going to like Target or, the mall or just like to pick something up, we always spend some time together. I always try to eat dinner. We always eat dinner together. That's our thing. Leave our phones. Don't bring our phones to the table. We never have. In 9 years, we haven't. It'll be 10 years in February. So it's been a long time, a decade. Hey, Tracy, how are you doing? You're from New York. I knew that. I bet you they were so nice, the makeup brushes. I bet you they were so good. I don't even know. Mine are from like my I either get like the Fit Fab Fun or Fab Fit Fun or whatever that box is. I used to get those, and I've gotten so many like different makeup brushes from them. And then I do Epsy, so they send stuff. And then I do their icon box now, which is like their big box, which is totally worth it, in my opinion. The makeup and the products are excellent. And so I I get that one. Okay, what's your random question, Ashley? Tanya, where did you get those black sunglasses? Oh, those ones, the circle ones. I actually have 2 pair. I got them on Amazon, and I'm going to show you. They're called Woodies. So I had a different style of them. They're so dark. Oh my gosh. I'm telling you guys, they should give me they should promote me. They should do that. They are so freaking dark, y'all. Like it's awesome. It's so awesome. Like I was sitting in the BMW one day and like the clock, like the time, I put the sunglasses on and I couldn't even see the time. I was like, These are awesome. I need strong sunglasses because of my vision. You know, I can't be losing my eyesight. Let me see. We're going to put in a different address. Okay. So it doesn't say my address up at the top. I think that's what and I wore them the other day too. Now, what sucks is they were $15. Like my old Woodies were like $25 to $29 or something, like $35. Okay, but they're on sale. So let me show you. They're on sale. So the ones that I have are these ones here. And they come with like a case. They come with a huge case, and then they come with like a black case, and they come with a guitar pick, which I'm not sure why, and some other stuff. But they're $29.90 because they're on sale. Or no, these ones aren't on sale. So they didn't do Prime. Okay, but they did these ones. These are the ones I used to have. They're more like mannish a little bit. Vincent had a pair too. We lose sunglasses and we break them a lot. I break them a lot. And I scratch them a lot on this eye. I don't know how I'm doing it. I know I'm blind over there and all, but it's like, am I running into stuff? Am I running into trees to get scratches like on my sunglasses like that? So crazy. Yes, it has, Tracy. I have it on my Patreon. If you'd like to join the Patreon, you can watch it over there. It's actually going to be down. It's going to come out in about an hour, actually less than an hour. Probably just the usual. Me too, Jabba Jones. Me too. Oh, damn, you did? You worked for Chanel? Oh my gosh. Do you have any, like, I bet you have like old Chanel stuff that's probably like worth a lot. I don't have anything Chanel. That's sad. My mom used to wear their perfume when she was younger. Yes, keep the first one for memories. I'm going to Cape Cod next weekend for a vacation. Oh, that's awesome. I am well. Thanks for asking, Tracy. Yeah, I read that earlier. I wanted to tell. I read it so that I could tell everybody it's a hoax. That's not a real magazine. It's our article. Those are articles that like anybody can write, and you just submit it, and then they put it up. Oh, I like Sephora anything. We went to or not Walmart. I always say Walmart when I mean Target. I don't know why, but we went to a different Target, the one that has like the Ulta. It's like a super Target, and we went there, and it's like a couple towns over or something. Vincent's like, we're going to the other Target, the one with the cool stuff in it. And I'm like, you mean Ulta? And he's like, yeah. He's into skincare. His skin's looking fabulous. He's gonna look really young, and I'm gonna get mad at him because he's gonna look younger than me. I mean, he already is younger than me. He's 43 years, almost 3 years, yeah. Nancy, what are you getting? I didn't see. I have a grandson. Oh, Nancy, you have a grandson being born tomorrow. That's huge news. And his name's Lincoln. I tried to name my niece Lincoln, and my sister-in-law said no, she didn't like it. And I thought it was the cutest name, but it wouldn't have been right for her kid. Like, I mean, for my nephew, my niece. Her name that she has, it fits her. It's Evangelina. If you guys want to know, I don't care if people know my niece's names. Because if anybody ever went after them, they would hurt you bad. Like they don't even need me. Like she's like 15. She doesn't need me. That girl can freaking wrestle. She's on the wrestling team. Oh, you're going to the brewery, Ashley? That sounds like fun. Another creator on YouTube did it. I knew people was going to do it. I knew people was going to use that article as a clickbait. Because I thought about it, but I'm not like that. I think about things, but I'm just like, no, you don't want to do that. Oh, thanks, Ashley. I need to get some more stuff in my store. I need to like hit the lottery or something. Maybe I need to play the lottery so I can hit the lottery. Oh, Kathy said my doggo hates it when I go to work. And since I only live a mile from the hospital, I ride my bike a lot. Oh, that's awesome. I walk a lot because everything's just really close. So she chewed the wires on my electric bike and chewed up the pedals on my road bike. Oh my gosh, no. If you, Mama, if you just, Mama Moo does, if anyone wants to see that article, if you just rewind, I don't know if you can rewind it now, but I'm getting ready to get off. But if you rewind this, you'll see it on here. It was from Hub Pages. Never even heard of them. And when I went to like look them up, it said that you can pretty much just like write your own article and they post it for you. So let's go to businesses or something. Like, let's see. Yeah, like, yeah, these are weird. It's just a weird page. It's very weird. Oh, you have visual snow? No, you don't, Tom. Don't be joking with me. I bet you don't have no visual snow. Oh, yes. Yes, congratulations, Nancy. I love that. I love the name Lincoln. I think that is so adorable. And if oh my gosh, when put him in little suspenders. He's going to be so cute. You did? You had a grandbaby born? I remember. Yeah, 7/7/25. Oh my gosh. A granddaughter. Oh. I'm interested, DM. I'm always interested in makeup brushes. The ones I use are like, they're right here. They're this brand. Oh, wait. It doesn't have a brand on it. It doesn't have a brand, but they just... Man, my camera is awful because it's supposed to focus on my face, so it doesn't focus on anything else. You would think if I took my face out of it. It just says highlighter. I don't have any makeup on right now. I haven't worn makeup actually the last few days. If you guys haven't, if you guys can tell, let me know in the comments. And if it looks bad, don't let me know in the comments. Don't say nothing. Just keep that one to yourself. Just say, oh, you look beautiful, but we love you with makeup or something. I don't know. I haven't got a chance to talk to her, but I love the name Huckley, and I hope she likes it too. I guess she wanted to go with like something with a K to like keep the K names going or something. I don't know. I'm like, K for a boy. Kevin. I'm just kidding. She would beat me if I said that to her. So I don't make them, but they are handmade. They're handmade by another person. And they're amazing. Actually, I have one back here. That one is one of the littler ones. It smells so good in here. And the bigger ones, I have like, I don't have a whole lot of those left, but I do have some left. And they smell so good. They do. And they last forever, 100 plus burn hours. So Bath and Body Works candles, they have about 43, 45 hours of burn time. The 3-wick candles and the single wick, they burn the same amount of time. And mine are 100. So, they're awesome. Go get you some. And then my shorter ones are like 70 or 80 or 90 or something. Millie. Oh, that's a cute name. I love Millie. Oh, that's so cute. The Sephora Pro. I have to look for those. I love like skincare. I'm into skincare right now. I have way too much. Thank you guys. Oh, thank you, Java Jones. Thank you, Canna KK. Yeah, like I've just been really into skincare. I have so much stuff. I should do like like a get ready with me or something on my second channel. But it's so weird because I use different products at different times because I literally have like 3 stations. I have like Drunk Elephant and Bioma over here on this cart, and like my Neutrogena, because I have to use alcohol-free toner. And then in this cooler, I have like all my Corsic stuff and my Versed stuff. And then in my drawer, I have all my like night creams and stuff, like all my nighttime serums and creams. I'm just like, man, if I don't keep myself out of like the stores, it's a problem. I got to do it. Mine smell, they have different smells. They should have the thing on them. I can't think of them off the top of my head, the smells, but I'm telling you, they smell good. I mean, like I have some that are like more of like a musty smell, like not like musty, more of like a man smell, I would say. And then I have more that are like not as strong, but for the most part, they're pretty strong candles. They'll light up your house. Like Vincent, when we first got him, he was like, there's no way these are 100 burn hours. He counted it. He literally would blow it out and then write down how much time and then light it again. And then he had like a Bath and Body Works candle and my candle to see the difference. Like he was doing all kinds of experiments when I got him. Like he don't mess around. And then I also have these 3 vases. I only have one set left and they're so cute and gorgeous. And if somebody doesn't buy them, I'm going to put them in my house somewhere. I don't know where, but I'm going to put them somewhere. Ooh, I know I could put them. I could put them out there. Don't give me any ideas. Somebody buy them. There isn't a sale right now, but you know what? Let me go over here. Let's make a sale. It's Friday. Let's make a sale. Shall we? Let's do it. Let's do it. Okay. So we're going to go to marketing here. Discounts. Oh, where'd you go? Okay. We'll do the same one that we did last time. Oh, it's not going to let me. I already used it, I bet. Let's do. I might be able to use that. Okay. We'll use our old code, YouTube20, for 20% off. I'm going to do all products. Usually when boutique owners, you'll notice this, if they do a sale, they will only do the sale on like certain items because sometimes they'll take a loss on other items. You know what I mean? Like, but I don't care. I always do it all products, everything at the store. It just makes it easier, you know? We'll do it from today until through Monday. And let me create the coupon. Okay, so let me make sure I got it. Let's make sure it went through. I don't see it on here. There it is. Wait, that's not it. That's my sister-in-law's. I wonder if she's going to use that. Where the hell did it go? That's so weird. How did I just make a coupon and then it's not even here? Okay, let's just do one of these. Okay, this one here. I'm trying to switch the date. Sorry, guys. Let me see. It says I'm editing that. It won't let me put the date in. There we go. What is Monday? We'll just do it through the 14th. Oh, it's a technical issue. I'm having technical issues. Let's see. That's what it was. It's not me. I was like, what does this mean? Okay. Maybe we just have to give it maybe I have to give it a couple minutes. We'll try it again. Yeah, it's like, no, let me put the date in. Okay. So if you place an order, right, just if you would just email me through the store site. There's a little thing that you can email right when it pops up right when you go to the website. So if you do order something, I'll take the 20% off manually until I can figure out how to do it on here, because that's weird that it's saying no. I'm gonna try it one more time before we go. Like, it lets me do everything over here, like set the date and everything, but it just doesn't let me create it. It says, oh, this coupon already exists. Okay, well, where's it at? Okay, well, your girl can't see the coupon, but it says it already exists. So I'm gonna put the coupon link in here. I don't know if it's, I'll put both of them in there. I think it's YouTube. I think it's this one, YouTube 20. So you just put YouTube 20, all capital, whenever you go to checkout, and it'll take the 20% off. So it's YouTube 20, Perry. And how are you doing? It's good to see you. And I do have sizes. I've got like shorts and dresses and stuff. I have sizes up to 3X. I really need to replenish my dresses, like my Zanana dresses. They're like just like that basic dress that you wear in the summer that is just like has pockets and just everyone loves. I need to get some more of those. But if I get a few orders in, then I can take some money from here. Then I can get some more stuff. I'm trying to like figure something out to where we can get more stuff in the store. So, oh, you have migraine. I'm so sorry. I get those. I have to get Botox actually here in a couple weeks. I switched the date because I was supposed to go on the 23rd, and I was like, I'll be streaming. So, like green floral. I don't know. If you pick a candle, I'm going to write that down. I'll find one that is like the closest to like a floral for you if you'd like. I can't think right now about that. I'm trying to think about which ones I have left, but it's like, I guess I could look. It's just hard to remember. But yeah, use that code. And if you guys want to get on there, it'll be through till Monday. So you'll have plenty of time. Don't forget about the Woodies if you want to get a pair of those sunglasses. Woodies sponsor me already. I was going to actually ask, because like sometimes you don't like, sometimes you have to ask people, right? Like they don't come to you, you got to go to them. Like, I don't know. I used to do promotions. I used to promote 3 boutiques. They always had me do it. Like we had 3 different stores and they'd always send me to do it because I was like, probably the friendliest or something. What was I talking about? Now I don't even know what I don't know what I was saying. Son of a gun. I looked at UA's thing and I was like, boop, there it went. She said I get Botox too for migraines. No, I don't. But mine, I actually don't have to pay for. My insurance covers it completely. I'm so fortunate for that. Like, I'm so fortunate. Oh, let me put my store link in there, right, Cuffy? She's like, can I have the store link? Let me put it in here for you guys. It's called Poppy and Ari too, if you don't know the name. I just made it up one day when I was laying in bed. That's where it came from. I don't know anybody Poppy. I don't know anybody Ari. I do know an Ari, but it's my sister-in-law's nephew. It's his name. And I did think of his name when I thought of it. I was like, oh, that's such a cute like name. And it means like something like lion, like boy lion or something like that. So if I ever do like a men's line, it would make sense. The Ari would, so. Wow, that's awesome, UA. And the store link's right under you too. Yeah, Ashley, for sure. Oh, that's what I was talking about. Like going and getting some. So I thought about. I used to wear, and I thought about reaching out to this old company I used to work for. They do. It's called Where I'm From, and they do a lot of Ohio t-shirts. They do a lot of like they do Pennsylvania and they do a few other states, but their t-shirts are literally to die for. I have like 45 of them. It's a problem. It's a problem that are just Ohio. But like you can wash these things. I've had these shirts for damn near 6 years. I wear them all the time, wash them all the time. The letters don't fade. They don't come off. Like they're really good t-shirts and they're so soft. So I was going to reach out to my old boss because I was the manager and ask him like, hey, do you need somebody like to help you? Right. You know, I'll wear the clothes. You know, you give me money, or just give me clothes. I'll take clothes. And then I thought about reaching out to like Loopy, this company here, because they're like family owned still. They're still like a smaller company to where like they write their own like thank you cards and stuff like that. Right. So I thought about reaching out to them because I have a bunch of these cases and I love them. I stand by them. I love them. So yeah, I do. Pee. It's bad. It's bad. It's bad. I used to get a hell of a sale. Like they were like $30 t-shirts and I would get them for like $8 or something. I'm like, oh, give me all of them. No, I should, Ashley. I should link something in my I should do like an Amazon storefront or something. I hear a lot of people can make money like that. Like this one girl I know, she does TikTok shop and she made like $10,000 in a month. And I'm like, sign me up. I make 1% of that. Like sign me up. Where is the sign up button? It's just funny. Like that's a lot of money. But thank you guys for sitting and talking to me today. I appreciate it. I'll be back on this evening, most likely, to go over some stuff. And yeah, I'm going to go see what the dogs want to do. The other one's waking up. Oh, no, she just moved sides. Oh, she just opened her eyes. She's the baby. She's the baby of the house. She's 6 and she's huge. And she likes to run into you with toys. That's her thing. No, so he didn't. Okay, so this is a crappy article. Oh gosh, where did it go? Oh, it's right here. This I showed it to you guys. This is a fake article. This is so fake. This is so fake. Hub pages? No. Okay, we're staying on for a minute. Let me see. I'm going to duplicate this. I'm going to join. What is your home? Okay, let me look at this. I'm going to share this with you. Name your home at Hub Pages. See this? Then you sign up, and I think that you can like put anything on here. It says the Hub Network is the best place to publish detailed, informative articles on subjects you love. So this is the place where people can put whatever the hell they want and they'll publish it pretty much, basically. You saw all the spelling errors, right? We saw the spelling errors in this. It was bad. There was spelling errors in this. It was, yeah. I'm trying to see where they're like, I forget exactly where they were. But we read through it. Yeah, there were spelling errors. There's like, it runs like the sentences don't run together. This was written by like a child. It seems like, yeah, do not, yeah. I don't even know how to report it, or I would. I might have to. I'm gonna figure it out. I'm about to log in and do a whole login and see what it does. But yeah, no, this is fake. People are going to use this as clickbait. So don't buy it. Don't buy it. Don't give them the view. That's what they want. That's how they make their money. That's how these people make, they get tens of thousands of views because they make up the most ridiculous freaking titles that are untrue, or they don't even talk about what they put in their title. They'll just put a freaking bogus title and then not even talk about what's in the title. It's insanity to me out there. So no, you say no to this. You say no to this. Right, for freelance writers. Yeah, DM. That's what it is. So yeah. But thank you guys for being here. I appreciate it. Don't get scammed. Don't get suckered into this. Don't get suckered into this. I'm telling you what. It's not worth it. But thank you guys for being here today. I appreciate it. I'll be back tonight. I'll make the thumbnail here shortly. I do have the podcast is counting down. We got 32 minutes, 31 seconds till it airs. So you guys can watch that. And then I will make sure that I do episode 2 as soon as possible. So thank you for being here. I appreciate it. I'll see you guys on the next live. Don't forget to hit the subscribe, share, hit the like, all the things. And if you're on replay, comment below. Bye, guys.
Just like the street lights lit this town, like a fire in a blaze, gotta burn it down. Can't be afraid to leave this out.